My name is Monique Mounce. I am a proud PharmD graduate of University of Maryland School of Pharmacy in the class of 2013, and I'm currently a medical director at AstraZeneca, a nearby pharmaceutical company, in gastric oncology. So I was nudged into pharmacy when my passions for science, math, and I knew I wanted to be in a field in healthcare really came alive. And so that was actually back in high school. And so I knew that's kind of what I wanted to do. Throughout undergrad, I worked as a pharmacy technician and then took all the classes so I'd be prepared for pharmacy school. And I was lucky to be able to be a part of this great institution with the top tier researchers, top tier clinicians, and then obviously a proximity here in Maryland that you have federal institutions, you have great academic and hospital institutions, and then now obviously pharmaceutical companies. It just opens doors, and so there's a lot of opportunities here locally. My experience was great. I think any experience is what you make of it, and University of Maryland really allowed me not only to excel in the classroom, but really to succeed as a student leader. And that's what I'm most proud of, and I'm very privileged, is that the faculty and staff saw potential in me to really go beyond my comfort zone to fulfill my opportunities in leadership. And so my experiences obviously I did well in the classroom, that's important, but it's all the other things that I think University of Maryland School of Pharmacy offers with student leadership. There's tons of student organizations. It's really just the opportunity for you and the students to just take a part of that opportunity. So I can recall at least two situations. One I would say is my favorite. So again, with my student organizations, getting involved with committees, and whether it was public health or leadership or fraternities, really getting the opportunity to become a leader. And then we approached faculty with an idea that we could, from a public health perspective, we could help vaccinate while people were already out in the community. So Vote and Vax was an event that I'm really proud of that we got to be a part of. And again, it wasn't that the faculty were bringing this event to us. We as students and student organizations were bringing the event to the faculty, and the faculty are, of course, what can we do to support you? And so that was the attitude that I had as a student leader. Was with any event, it wasn't asking me questions about, oh, I don't know if we can do that, and any kind of policy. It was more of what support do you need, and I'm going to be there step in step with you as we help the community and other opportunities. I think pharmacy in general is really, it's almost the most variable career that you could take a part of. Certainly I went down the route of clinical with residencies and clinical practice into academia, and then now the road has taken me into industry, and so I'm in pharmaceutical industry positions the last about 6 years or so, both in the field as well as headquarters. And so I recently have transitioned from a field role where I was a medical science liaison into now a headquarters role where I'm the medical director. So pharmacy and industry is really, it's what you make of it. You could go into commercial, you can go in the field, headquarters, and so there's a lot more outside of the traditional pharmacy roles there. So my advice for current students or prospective students is do well in the classroom. Certainly, it's what you're here for, is to really get that PharmD and to be that clinical expert. I always think about every question and every content that you have, there's a patient behind that, and that's your loved one. So that's the number one, is obviously take fulfillment and really take that serious. But the second thing, as I've talked about, is all the other opportunities outside of the classroom. So whether it's taking a part of a challenging, what we call APPE, so Advanced Pharmacy Practice Experience, so that's in your 4th year. You could do the traditional routes, but you can also have exposure to other careers that you've never even thought of. And then while you're doing your schoolwork, take advantage. If you can't be in a leadership role, that's okay, right? We talk about the small L. There's other opportunities for leadership, whether you're in a committee or as just a student member. You can really take a part of these opportunities to give back and to build your skills. And then, so again, for that kind of thing, say yes. Every time an opportunity comes your way, please say yes. And then lastly, what I would say is your network is your currency. So your network starts the day you become a pharmacy student here, but it never ends. And so your name and having been an alum here is your currency, and it'll continue to open doors for you.